Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with a review of a science fiction body horror film from the director of Killjoy 3. That being the only other film I've seen from him, and that movie was pretty bad, so yeah. Oh yeah, also Blood Gnome, which was also pretty bad. And tonight's movie is Bio Slime. Um, this film is about like these people that are trapped in this apartment building by a flesh-eating slime blob creature thing. Yeah. So the film opens with a couple in a car playing around with guns and stupid shit like that. Also sex. Then we meet some of our other characters. A victim of domestic abuse. Another one who's a art dealer, who's a artist who is an alcoholic. Then we get back to the couple in the car. One is a slut, the other's an Asian drug dealer, at least I'm assuming that's what he is. And then this other guy shows up. This guy turns out to be some kind of cop or criminal, I guess. And the thing the guy wants is the creature that is in a briefcase, like a government like briefcase with a switch to release it and everything. And basically the Asian guy shoots the other criminal, and then he is attacked by the slime and gets killed. His slut girlfriend sees this and drives away into the night. So then we get credits, and what I assume is the next day, and we see an apartment with our artist who's painting. Well, he's in his apartment, and there's paints and bottles of booze everywhere. He answers the phone, heads outside. We get back to the slut character who stops the car, opens the trunk, and then they cut back to the artist who heads home, gets a call from the domestic abuse victim from that was earlier in the film, and then the slut shows up at his apartment at Jack's apartment, which Jack lives in a room that's also he lives in the paint room, which is being like run by the which obviously is being rented or whatever by the artist. So yeah, and she brings the briefcase in. Um, and then he takes her over to the next door, and he's like, "I gotta go clean the blood off your fucking car because you're too incompetent to do it yourself." He leaves her in a room with a guy that's recording two people fucking for some reason, I guess. Yeah. So, mm. So the artist goes into the paint room and finds the case, opens it, and a bit of slime leaks out before the artist closes it and leaves it in the room. Next, the artist is in his apartment. His landlord comes by telling him that he needs to move out by the end of the day. So, being an alcoholic artist, he throws every single bottle of liquor he has against the wall at one of his paintings. Oh, okay. Um, the slime continued to leak out, and the slut finds herself in Jack's room, opens it, and the creature injects itself into her veins. And so it begins. The artist tells everybody he's gonna quit drinking. People don't believe him. Next, the abused woman shows the domestic abuse victim shows up at the apartment building, and um, then there's the landlord sorting through some boxes. Then some shower scenes and scenes of the slime crawling up walls. Um, the abusive man, the domestic abuser, is looking for his girlfriend or wife or whatever, and then the porn star slut person in the shower is attacked by the slime, and there's a big fight with a group of people, and the sex fights and violence continues and ensues. Um, Bioslime is one of those films where the acting and writing aren't really the film's strong suit. It's more with the gore and monster effects. They're the centerpiece of this film, and it's the reason to watch the film. The slime effects are awesome. I mean, it looks like something straight out of the Blob, which I mean, it's obviously just a shot of them of them pouring slime like down the side of a wall, and then they're recording it upside down, so it looks like it's slime going up a wall. But that's always been an awesome kind of camera trick, and it still, and to this day, it still works. It still looks very good. The gore consists of like some blood and some flesh-eating acid a little bit. Usual kind of body horror shenanigans. With some tendrils thrown in for good measure. I'd like to say this movie is a blob for a new generation. It's badly written, badly acted, badly received by a lot of people and critics today, but 10 years from now, it could be the next actual Blob. Like, it could be as big as the Blob has become as a horror, like, icon film. As a horror film icon. But that does not mean that this film does not have problems. Um, Really, the only real problem I had with the film was the only I'm trying to think of something. Um, yeah, the only real problem I had was that the characters in this film are very, very forgettable. I mean, I you noticed when I was reading off the rundown that I didn't mention characters, but I only mentioned like two or three characters by name, and that's because it's one of those films where the characters. I mean, again, the characters writing, acting, all that. This isn't this film's strong suit, but much like The Thing, in my personal opinion, at least to me, because every time I watch The Thing, they're like, "Oh, where's this guy?" And I'm like, "Who?" Because I don't know, because I don't remember any of the characters' names. It's kind of like my problem with The Thing. Um, the characters can get a little bit annoying at times. Not too annoying to the point where you want to turn off the movie and it's unwatchable. On a technical level, this film's very well done, very well made. The lighting, camera work, sound mix, it's all good. On the gore meter from 1 to 10, 1 being something like the Corpse Grinders, and 10 being something like Brain Dead, this movie's a 4 or 5. Not a lot of gore, but it's got the usual kind of like slimy, like kind of gross looking kind of violence and gore stuff like Society or or Street Trash. Um, this film is The Blob meets The Evil Dead on the set of Demons 2. Um, I can suggest it to fans of body horror films, and especially body horror films that are very slimy and kind of icky and gross, like Street Trash or Society or From Beyond or Slime City. Films like those, if you like those, you might like this one. Um, this one isn't as over the top as like Society. I'd probably say it's more on level with uh, something like From Beyond in the sense of its kind of body horror and sliminess of it. But I think you guys know what I mean if you've seen the film. Um, yeah, I think I'd have to give this one a 3.5 out of 5, maybe a 4 out of 5. I'm kind of leaning towards 3.5 because it wasn't as good as I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting greatness since it was coming from the director of Killjoy 3 and Blood Gnome. So, yeah. Um, check it out, guys. I know it's actually on YouTube currently, the full film. You can watch it on there. That's where I watched it. So, anyway, guys, I'm Biscuit Boo 69 signing off. Peace.
You're listening to a demo for